Marilyn Markle from Southern Seasoned Cooking School, and today we're doing Asian short ribs with sticky rice. Short ribs are a great thing for the winter. When everything's cold outside, you have a nice warming stew. And I recommend you make them the day before, and then you can defat your stock and reduce a little bit and serve it with your short ribs. So these are short ribs with the bone in. You can buy them either boneless or bone in. I think the bone in have a bit more flavor. So you want to season them with a little salt and pepper on all sides. I've done the other sides already. And then you could sear these off in a pan, an oven-safe pan, if you want. But I prefer to preheat the oven to a really high heat, like 425 or 50 degrees, and go ahead and put your short ribs in the pan you're going to cook them in, and put them in the oven uncovered. And after about, depending on how many you have in the pan, 30 minutes or so, they'll be nice and browned all over like these are. And so these are not cooked, but they're browned just like you brown them in a pan. So then you can reduce the heat in the oven to 325 degrees and then make a sauce to go on your short ribs. I'm going to add some shallots and garlic. They're just chopped up. Doesn't have to be really very uniform at all. And then I'm going to add some stock. And to make it Asian, we're going to add a little hoisin sauce and some plum sauce. And then we're going to stir in some red wine and pour this over our short ribs. Then cover them and cook until they start to fall apart. And that could vary, but based upon the size and whether the bone is in or not. And so you just want to be able to prick them with a fork and they start coming apart. After they're done, you're going to take the short ribs out of the juice and then refrigerate the juice and the short ribs separately. The next day, the fat from the juice will rise to the top and you can just spoon that off. Then I generally take the juice and reduce it a little bit. Keep tasting it so it's not too salty, because the more it reduces, the saltier to get. And then you add them back together and reheat them. And this is what you have. Beautiful, and I did take the bones out and some of the obvious fat, and then I have beautiful short ribs cooked. And here's a little sticky rice. And you could just follow the package directions on that. And to this, I'll add some short ribs and a little bit of juice and a little bit of green onion for garnish. But you could also add cilantro if you like that as well. And that's it, Asian short ribs with sticky rice. I'm Marilyn Markle from Southern Seasoned. Thank you for watching.